Arnold Schoenberg turned tonal music on its head with the development of the 12-tone method after World War I. But a German romantic soul lurked beneath his radical exterior, and his early works are steeped in lush, smoldering melodies. Here are 3 key examples, and a few lesser ones, of the romantic Schoenberg. First is Pelléas and Mélisande, an orchestral tone poem from 1903 based on a somber fairy tale by playwright Maurice Maeterlinck. Set in 4 connected parts, it depicts a doomed love triangle between the fragile Mélisande, her husband Golot, and his half-brother Pelléas. Like Wagner's late operas, the characters are depicted with individual themes, and yet nothing is quite as it seems. Schoenberg's harmonies remain essentially tonal, but the musical imagery swirls and churns into ambiguous realms. Smaller in scale is Verklärte Nacht, or Transfigured Night, a string sextet that Schoenberg composed at an Austrian lake resort in 1899. He was inspired by a provocative poem by Richard Demel about a couple walking through a forest on a moonlit night. The lustrous score divided opinion when the Rosé Quartet gave its premiere at Vienna's Musikverein. It was also rejected by that city's music society for its use of an improper chord, a hypermodern inverted ninth. Schoenberg arranged the piece for string orchestra in 1917 and further revised it in the 1940s. When Schoenberg began his Göre-Lieder in 1901, huge event pieces like Mahler's Symphony of 1000 were all the rage. Schoenberg found a wild text in the poems of Jens Peter Jacobsen. Set at Göre Castle in the 14th century, it describes an illicit love affair between the Danish king and his mistress, who is then murdered by the jealous queen. Part song cycle and part cantata, Göre-Lieder requires 5 vocal soloists, narrator, and 3 choruses, along with a massive Wagnerian orchestra. Schoenberg's romantic tendencies also came forth in small chamber works. They include his 8 Brettl-Lieder, or cabaret songs, of 1901, his first string quartet, with its echoes of Brahms, and his 2 chamber symphonies. Schoenberg started the Second Chamber Symphony in 1906 and finished it over 30 years later as he returned to the tonality of his youth.